I'm delighted to be here tonight with Lorna Rainey. Hi, Lorna.
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me tonight.
We're excited about your book, but before we show that, we're here with a photograph of someone else, and I'd like if we can zoom in on that. And Lorna, would you tell us who we're looking at and about him?
Well, this is my great-grandfather. His name is Joseph Rainey. He was the very first black congressman. He hailed from South Carolina. He was elected to the Congress in 1870 and served for 5 terms. So he was actually out in 1879. He had a lot of courage, which is inspiring to me even to this day. And I think that's one of the reasons why I try to do things that other people tell me I can't do. I never believe that, because if he could do what he did in his day, then what's my excuse for not being successful today?
Wow. What are one of the things that did they tell you couldn't write a book?
No, they never said that, but they did tell me that I would never be a successful talent agent, which I am. I've been in the talent agency business since 1991, and how that happened was that I was working for what we call a picture sham operation, and I was actually the only thing legitimate about the whole company. And when they fired me, the owner went to jail, and I started Talent Express.
What is a picture sham?
Well, that's where anybody who can wheel themselves in on one leg, a crutch, or anything, they tell them, if you had just been here last week and it had pictures, we could have gotten you this great job. So if you just sign up here, $1,500, your total portfolio, and we'll get pictures done of you, and then the next time something for just your type comes in, we'll get you work.
Oh. But you were legitimate. And what did you do then?
I was the booking director. I used to actually try to take the pictures of some of these people that they were scamming, and actually I did get a lot of people work.
And then you started, you got them work on your own.
I got them work through the company, and then when they decided that they wanted me to sell pictures as well, I quit. And then I started the Talent Express, and I've been doing that for 16 years.
And Talent Express is still around?
It sure is.
Do you want to do a plug for that?
Talent Express is a union, non-union shop down in Queens, New York, and we book models, actors, actresses, on-camera, voiceover announcers, the whole nine.
Well, with everything we've talked about, we could be here all night on that, but I'm going to tear you away for Native Intelligence. I don't know if you can, what angle. But this is a book you've written.
Yes.
Is it your first book, or you've written others?
It is my first book. I've written a lot of poetry before, and I've been asked to speak at the Smithsonian for a Native American gathering, but this is my first legitimate book.
Would you tell us what it is about?
It's about, Native Intelligence is about 2 Native Americans of Choctaw descent, which I am, who thwart a terror plot in the immediate aftermath of September 11th. And I wanted to give people an idea of what it was like to be in New York around September 11th. So that's totally incorporated into the story.
Were you were in that?
Oh, I was there. A lot of people thought that I had been in the towers that day because I was back and forth to the city so much. And my cell phone went down and my landlines went out at the same time because I was using a company who had satellite up on the AT&T building, which was Tower 2. So once that went down and my cell phone went down, they thought something had happened to me because nobody could reach me.
But it didn't. And you lived to tell the tale. Who are the 2 people exactly to you? How are you related, or how do you know these people in the book? Or
well, actually, the characters and the whole plot line comes out of an experience that I had in a rental car. I know it sounds weird, but the 2 people are just figments of my imagination. They're characters I made up, and the plot is also something that came out of my imagination, but I want the authorities to pay attention because it could really happen.
Again. Wow. I'm at a loss because I've just met you, and I have so many questions, and I only have so many minutes. I'm not sure how many minutes left. What would you like to tell? We have 3 minutes to tell the viewers about your book, about your history, about your heritage, and your future, and what they can look forward to hearing from you some more.
Well, first of all, Native Intelligence is going to be made into a film. We're working on the negotiations for that right now. So many people have read the book and have loved it that I've actually started the sequel, which is called Return to the Moccasin Path. And I'm also writing a book about my great-grandfather called Almost a Hero.
So we have those books to look forward to. I'm going to be reading this book. I know that. I just got it in my possession today. You'll be hearing more about it from our segments that we do. And where are you right now? You are promoting your book, Native Intelligence.
Right.
And you're still doing your talent agency?
Just a little bit, still doing the talent agency, but really I'm trying to dedicate myself full-time to Native Intelligence and Almost a Hero, Return to the Moccasin Path, the film, and I also have 3 TV projects that I'm pushing at the same time.
What are you doing in your spare time?
That
was a bad question.
Dreaming of more things that I could be doing.
We thank you for joining us. We really are honored that you're here, and
thank you so much.
I hope everybody who sees this will read this book and your future book, and Almost a Hero.
Okay.
And take everything you say into deep consideration.
Well, I hope that something I've said will inspire other people. When people tell you can't do something, you look within yourself for the strength, and if you believe that you can, then you can.
Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye, you too.